Hello, and thank you for joining me for Janice Edwards TV Bay Area Vista. Today, we're talking with people who have had impact in Silicon Valley. Shellye Archambeau is one of the first female African-American CEOs in the Valley. She is the former CEO and current board member of MetricStream. She is also the author of Unapologetically Ambitious. Shellye, it's great to have you with us today.
Well, thank you very much. It's great to be on the show, Janice.
Yes. So I gave just a little intro, and there's so much to your background, but if someone were to ask you, who is Shellye Archambeau, what would you say?
Oh, goodness. I would say Shellye is a tech executive who came from modest means and managed to achieve most of the aspirations she set for herself. She's a mother, was in a long-term marriage, and she is also very active in the community, supporting organizations and areas of passion. She's also a writer, board director, and an advisor of companies as well as CEOs and entrepreneurs.
Wow, and that does encapsulate so much. How did your ambition begin? And you always said that at a young age you knew you wanted to be a CEO. How did that come about, and who inspired you?
So, I knew from a very young age, Janice, that the odds weren't in my favor to get much out of life. And so I always focused on, well, how do I improve the odds to get what I want? And I was one of four. My parents had four children in less than 5 years. Kind of crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Think about that.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
right. So we grew up very close, but also very competitive. And I was the eldest. So that whole competitive nature, the knowing the odds aren't in my favor, the fact that I've got to be intentional to really make things happen, and then couple that with a fateful conversation with a guidance counselor. I'm 16. It's the obligatory conversation. Are you going to college, trade school, right? What are you going to do after you finish high school? And in my family, you get good grades so you can go to a good college so you can get a job, right? That's the deal. So, okay. So I said, I'm going to college. And she said, what do you want to do after college? And I said, frankly, I don't know. And she goes, well, what do you like to do? And I said, oh, that's easy. Clubs. I'm in American Field Service and the French Club, the Key Club. I'm in National Honor Society. I mean, you name it. I'm even a Girl Scout, but don't tell anybody. So all of those things. But more than that, I tended to rise to leadership. I really enjoyed leading the groups. So she said, well, running a business is kind of like running a club. Pull people together, get things done. I said, oh, done.
Like that.
Literally, it was like that. And then I looked around and it's like, oh, the people who run companies are called CEOs. So I'm going to go be a CEO. So literally at the age of 16, I set my life plan in place.
And it's incredible that at that age, you had that determination, you had the vision, and that things have continued to line up. I know it has not been easy. Can you share what has helped you keep moving through the challenges that you faced, even after you decided at a very young age that you would one day be a CEO?
Oh, goodness. A number of things. So first of all, I mentioned I was competitive. So I would tell people what I wanted to do, and then I better go do it, because I certainly didn't want to show back up and say, oh, no, it didn't happen, right? No. So I used peer pressure to help keep me motivated. And I tried to surround myself, frankly, with people who built me up versus tear me down. I'm a big believer in cheerleaders. And my husband was one of my biggest, because trust me, there were lots of times when you have self-doubt and you don't know if you can do it, right? And oh my goodness, all those things. And it's helpful to have somebody in your corner that is saying, oh, yes, you can. I believe in you, right? You can do this. It's really important, because life is hard.
Yes,
it's hard. And I won't say you can't, but I haven't seen anyone that's achieved anything of significance that's done it all by themselves.
And if you'd like to reach out to us, thejaniceedwards.com is the website. care@thejaniceedwards.com is how you can reach our team, so that we can help you zoom into a new level of production excellence. See you then.
It's showtime.